it is Saturday after school ended. The bookstore is closed. There's like several people here that were baffled. And it's like one of them was confusing. They're like, oh, do you know where anywhere else? Like, I don't know. I'm not off the top of my head. And all the food and beverage options are closed on the weekends. Yay. At least at Sacramento State, they had some things open on weekends during summer, but it doesn't look like it here. Oh well. Oh, and they have Jamba Juice too. Oh, those are new renovations. Makes more sense. Also, one signs outside, closed on the weekends. Hopefully, it's that sushi place. Esports area. I think it's closed on weekends. Since it is summer, none of the food courts. I think the food court's open. I think I'm on the shopping center that's right nearby. It is not too far from here, thankfully. There's like students over there. They're so loud. I think it's like for orientation for freshmen and transfer students. When they're going through like the older areas, residence halls. That Mesa Court. So I'm gonna cross over the bridge here. And the plane coming in. On the bridge, go back to the student union. It's dead right now since it's Saturday during summer. What do you expect? So from the student union and then going forward, and then pretty much mostly we did cover was like part loop, so we're just gonna go in a circular loop and then go back just like about 2 hours before we get going. So it's for my next thing I'm gonna go to. And we're going over a bridge. There's like a little part of the student union building. There's nice grass and walkway down there. I really liked how it's designed. Also, since summer classes only pay for 8 units for 8 units. Wow, such an innovation. Some over there, it says like the humanities building over there. Yep, it's humanities. Now it looks like we got the bioscience buildings. And then if you go in that way, you get to science library, business, engineering, law, education, physical science, health system. Over there is biological sciences lecture hall number 3. Oh geez, there's a lot of lecture halls I guess in labs. Especially since they do have like UC Irvine health system. There's one that's like a few miles from like the Santa Fe, like the hospitals there, so it kind of makes sense that it is part of a huge portion of their school system. Their school system is biological sciences. Wow. There's a Starbucks, walk up one, and it's closed, especially for all those classes. You need definitely not more caffeine. Physical sciences. We're going from the physical science buildings where we learn learning about how we move and about for the human body. We're crossing over what driveway at the University Club. We'll have events and also weddings. Oh, gazebo out there for small weddings there. I'm sure where a lot of these startups get a lot of their students for the School of Information and Computer Sciences. Especially in Irvine's like a lot of technology startups over there, especially with like AI. Oh, like over there's the Information and Computer Science building. Now to Mcdonald Engineering Auditorium. A lot of huge lectures there for all the engineering classes. We'll take a look there. And it looks like on there, Henry Samueli, I think it's pronounced Samueli, is the huge donor for the engineering programs that they named after him. Especially who was co-founder of Broadcom, which is like here in Irvine. And also currently owns the Ducks from that money he got. And then also use that money to donate to here. That's pretty cool. The engineering and computing building. Very wood paneled. Labs. Cool. And these buildings are pretty much just portables and they're falling apart. Ready to get repainted. Man. Internal class facility. When they're gonna ever put permanent buildings in, who knows? Yeah, so pretty much gone nearly back around. So going that way is where we're parked down that way, down the road that way with the residence halls. And this ring pretty much connects all the buildings here on the main part of the campus. You can bike, just not during peak hours of 8:30 to 5 on weekdays, but you can do here on weekends. Just don't skate, roller skate, rollerblade, or any wheeled devices through here. It's walkable. Pretty much the loop is like about a mile and a half, not too bad. So you can definitely get your workout and go into class, which is the way it should be anyway. Crossing over the bridge here, down some of the roads here. And over there is Middle Earth housing, pretty much like houses, pretty much is like dorms that are like themed to Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I've got the Brandywine building over there. We're here for the Brandywine building, so pretty much like one of the newer ones here, newer residence halls. So here, there's like residence halls up there, and down there it have is the dining halls. All you can eat, kind of like how dining con were. Right over there is social science buildings, and then social ecology. And off this way is for the School of Business, down that way. Let's see, so Social Science and Ecology, Entrepreneur Center, Continuing Education, Law School of Business, and summer sessions, Aldrich Hall, Social Sciences, Engineering. So we can go down this way. Right now at the Palm Ross School of Business. Oh, cool. That corridor here, that lights, sure looks cool at night. It's a nice moment to relax. all the walking is a lot. In the center between all the buildings is Aldrich Park, named after the first president of UC Irvine. Here's like the central hub area of the campus, the main portion of the campus, at least for there. And it's kind of a bit hilly, as you can kind of tell. And over here we have Langston Library, which is like the main library of the campus. And then you got the other buildings over there, and looks like you got like a stage set for a festival for Shakespeare. That's cool. There's like the New Swan Shakespeare Festival, what they have here. Also in the park area, there is a bikeway. There's like 2 directions here, then pedestrians here. An example of the Shakespeare Festival, brought to you by Claire Trevor School of Arts and the Department of Drama. Pretty much from here, we completed the Grand Circle tour of the UC Irvine campus. There's the student center over there. It's about roughly a 2-mile loop. And then the bridge went under. No, the bridge up went over. So I'm gonna go under it. And then we got statues of like Chinese figures. Oh, see what the sign says. So it looks like these statues of Chinese philosophers. So here is Lao Zai, author of the Tao Te Ching, and attributed to the old master for there. We got Judan, a statesman who grew powerful, counter sorrows, and protest against unjust exile. It's in there. This is from the School of Humanities, the Jiao Foundation. Now, ecology. The goddess of longevity, ancient Chinese tradition, was first recorded in Legend of the Immortals, Legend of Maju. Back over there. Lastly is Li Bai. Golden Age Chinese poetry. A poet immortal. Alright, have the student center here. The conference center over there. Housing, and then also School for the Arts is over there as well. Of course, this darn road had to split those 2 areas apart. Well, at least you got this nifty little bridge to cross there. Convenient if you're one of the arts majors. So that'll be convenient for you if you live there. No, should have parked in this parking structure since we're on campus. However, I'm gonna park just a bit far away, since I passed by the walkway that passed over for the Miller's campus. So I had to go all the way back for that. Yay. Okay, coming back from the brand new Residence Hall, over there in front of all this section over here is called Middle Earth, named after the name of the land for Lord of the Rings novels and the movies, and pretty much all of them are named after them for there. I'm not sure, probably much some buildings have good holes. Well, we'll get to some of them when we get over there for that and see how it looks. Do these residence halls look like hovel holes? I guess. Maybe. Of course, they're built outside, but I think that's probably the general shape of it with the hexagonal rotunda there. And here by one of the walkways It's like one lamppost is one pictures with Peter the Anteater. Can't really see it with this signal, maybe you can see it here. Okay, well, I think I had a better picture from earlier. But pretty much it looks like a photo from the yeah, so it looks cool. A couple things up the way from there. Looks like they're gonna have a bike share system called Zot Wheels. And also, it's not really seen this before at all. It's a 6-partition shield at a picnic table. So it can be distant from each other, but I can see each other and eat. That's cool. And here we got is the footbridge for as you can kind of tell from there, there's a footbridge and a bikeway for crossing over Pilsen Drive. So from here, cross over here, crossing over the streets. And then there's like a lot of housing over there for like full-time housing, things like primarily for like masters, like master's degree, or like doctoral, since they are like have their own play structure over there. Alright, so now with the bridge crossing here, crossing over a 3-lane road. And I got housing over here for possibilities. That's a nice walk over. One thing that's still confusing me about being very meticulously master planned is there's just so much car-centricness. I think there'd be like more buses, trains maybe. You know, well, that's what UC Irvine is just more like cars. At least there's a good amount of bike infrastructure here. I think they're planned it better. And then from here, it's gonna go down the walkway. It's gonna make our way back to Anterior Rec Center parking structure where I parked. It is very far because I got a bit confused getting it in, but at least get a nice walk out of it.
Four, three, two, one.
Now we're back at the Anterior Recreation Center where I parked in the parking structure over there. Just like it's pretty much mostly a fitness and sports facility over there. That's it. So we're gonna be heading out and we're gonna be going to the next part of our adventure out in Irvine.